Hi, I'm Frankie.
And I'm Rosa.
And this is Conbini Cult. Woo! Welcome back to another episode.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's that time of year where, we've been in it for a minute already, but It's that time of year where you get on the train, everybody's sniffling, snorting, looking like they're suffering.
Some interesting sounds from me and them.
Yeah, it's just a chorus of sniffles because it's allergy season.
I don't like allergy season.
Yeah, we'll talk about our own allergies later. But it feels like so many people have hay fever here or like seasonal spring allergies. So I kind of wanted to get to the bottom of it.
Yes.
Like what is the actual percentage of people that have hay fever here? What is the main culprit? And then how can we survive this season? Shall we get into it?
Let's do it.
Yes. I know that you get hay fever now, but did you have it back home?
Not at all.
Really?
Never. Actually, I never had any allergy whatsoever, and I got checked before I moved here. But did you know that every 7 years, your body does like a full reset of cells?
I think because they say that your taste buds change every 7 years, so I guess that's part of the reset. Because I have a couple food allergies that I've developed as an adult that I never had before. Like stuff I've eaten my whole life. It's eggs, egg whites, and bananas. Yeah, it just gives me a stomach ache, but I used to love those things.
Suddenly, I became allergic to, dust mites, dust, cats, and sugi, which is cedar.
Cedar. Yeah.
Which is the current allergy season right now.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, it didn't, because I did one of those allergy tests before where they just test for all the basic things. I think it was like 7,600 yen or something.
Yes, it was.
Because I wanted to know about the food stuff, but they also kind of test it for like trees and meats and animals and stuff, like the most common things that you'll see. So I didn't technically have an allergy to cedar, but I do feel allergy symptoms at this time of year. Maybe it's not as bad as yours, but
maybe you're very sympathetic and you're like,
it's like when people have like pregnancy sympathy symptoms, like you start getting a bloated belly, even though you're not.
Yeah, so I didn't have headaches either, and now I get them a little more since because knowing you.
Oh my gosh, my migraines are contagious.
No.
Well, what are the symptoms that you experience during this season?
So it kind of starts with the pressure on your head, and then
sinus pressure.
Yes, and then it just starts moving all over your face, and you just start sniffling, sneezing. I would sneeze I'll wake up and sneeze like 20 times.
Yeah, see, I feel it a bit, but it's not that extreme. I might sneeze maybe 4 times throughout the whole day, not 20 times in a row.
It's my morning routine: wake up, sneeze. My nose is like a faucet. It's but it's like clear mucus as well, and it was disgusting.
Oh, thank you for letting us know.
I'm sorry. You need to know the truth of these allergies.
Well, because sometimes the runny nose, when you have a sinus infection or something, it's kind of yellow-ish, or even during allergy season.
Yellow-green means infection, like viral infection. But when it's clear, it's just like
your morning routine.
I gotta get hydrated more than
maybe.
It doesn't last the whole day. I'd say like I get it over with. But for some reason, every time I take a shower, also it happens.
Oh, maybe it's the humidity that kind of triggers it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, everything's raining. Let's go.
Which is why April is so hard for everybody here, right? Because it's rainy season and it's allergy season.
Yeah, rainy season is coming up very soon. And I don't know if we need to do an episode about that. I definitely want to do like summer survival.
Don't remind me.
I'm sorry. It's almost summer. It's creeping up on us.
Just saying summer, that's a triggering word.
I know.
Just like, actually, no, was it 2 months ago? It got a little warm. She was already like, no, please.
Like, why am I sweating?
Don't take winter and spring from us.
I love the winter. I've said it many times. It's one of my favorite seasons.
I love spring, but spring is like a week.
That's true.
A week or 2, if I'm being generous. And it's already closing.
So for the allergies, I think maybe, because I was living in New York City before I moved to Japan, I had spring allergies for maybe like a year or 2 back home. Yeah, but again, it was very mild. Like I'll get sinus pressure because I get migraines anyway, so that I feel like that just makes it worse. And then maybe itchy eyes. My nose is not super runny.
Because I don't know what kind of pollen they have in New York. Because here, we have the hinoki, we have the sugi.
Yeah, that's a good question. I didn't look into that because I was focused on we were focused on Japan for this episode.
I didn't check either. So today we're just checking like cedar, right? Because I didn't look into hinoki that much.
Spoiler alert, the main culprit for allergies is cedar.
Always.
Sugi. Yeah. But okay, so let's get into some of the statistics. So actually, how many people in Japan have seasonal allergies?
Statistics right now is 40 to 50% of the population have hay fever, which is really high.
That's like half or nearly half the population.
Yes, including me.
It's an epidemic.
You're the other half that doesn't have it, but you're starting to a little bit.
Well, I would say that I do have it, just not severely.
That's true. Maybe there's a spectrum to it.
My husband gets them, so he takes daily medicine for it. I only take it if I know I'm going to be in a place with a lot of cedar. Like we did a work trip recently in Nikko, in Tochigi, and one of my friends warned me before. She was like, you better go stock up on your allergy meds because the cedar is really bad up there this time of year.
I don't take it every day either, even though I have such severe allergy, because I don't want to build a resistance to it. So maybe I'll take it when I get a really severe attack, or I know we're going to do something like today. Yeah. So last night I took some.
Oh, because you didn't want to sniffle the whole episode.
Exactly.
She's gonna be banned from the podcast if she's sniffling the whole time.
I'll never return. I even did that nose spray just to be safe.
Oh wow.
But you can still hear it. I'm congested.
Yeah, you sound a bit stuffy, but maybe
I can't escape my fate.
That's just you.
That's why they call it the national disease.
Oh.
In Japan.
So it says here, in December 2014, about 32.7% of kids aged 16 and under were thought to have hay fever. By 2024, that number had gone up to 47.4%. That's insane.
Me and the kids.
What is the main culprit?
Yeah, we said it, but it's cedar.
Cedar.
So,
Sugi.
Sugi.
Yes. And then also hinoki, cypress, is another one. But cedar is really the final boss.
Yes.
Of seasonal allergies.
I'll never defeat it. No matter how much medicine I take, I'll never defeat it. Yeah, so 70% of cases are caused by cedar pollen. So, there's other allergies like cat allergy or like dust.
Other weeds and stuff.
Yeah, grass.
Yeah.
I hear Europeans really suffer from grass ones.
Oh.
Yeah. So my friend Nadine, she's from Austria. So I'm like, aren't you struggling? She's like, no, I'm allergic to grass.
Oh.
So yeah.
And then the cedar trees, they release most of their pollen between February and April, which is why we're in the throes of it right now.
3 months of this torture.
3 months of just pumping and dumping.
Just making tree babies.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Getting busy in the forest, everybody. Of course.
Okay, but why is it so bad right now? Why is it getting worse? Do tell us.
So from our research, we learned that really long time ago, back in like after World War II, the economic depression, everybody was like, oh, okay, we need to bring business back to Japan. They started mass planting these trees, and it happened to be cedar because cedar is so easy to use. You can use it.
It's easy to grow, very easy to build stuff with it.
Yes. Don't get me wrong, it still takes a long time to grow, which we're going to get into, but it was like the booming wood, I guess you would say.
The booming wood.
We should rephrase that.
The wood boom.
How should I say? It was like the most popular.
The construction boom, maybe?
We all need a little wood in our life, don't we? But so, they started pumping out all this pollen because we had... Wait, how much percentage of Japan is covered in cedar? Do you know?
10.
Yes. 10% of the country is a huge amount for trees.
Yeah. But remember, Japan is like 70% forest or something, so there's not people living in every piece of land in the country. So I'm sure like the cedars are planted near where people are living, yes. I assume.
Well, it doesn't help that they're on the mountains either, because we live
it flows down.
Yes, it does. So we live in the plateau area, right? Like the flat areas. So all the mountains are covered in cedar, thus the wind and all of that is coming to us. Yes, it's very tragic.
So when the cedar trees mature to about 30 years old, that's when they start releasing the most pollen. So that is what's going on right now.
Yes, because they grew
their brains are developing.
Yep.
They're pumping and dumping.
Time for kids, everybody, at 30. So imagine they planted these trees, like, I guess in the 90s, like the latest ones. Obviously, this is going on since World War II, but which means these trees are even older than that, which is worse because it means more pollen. So the older the tree, the more pollen it produces.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Yeah, so that's why it seems like allergies are getting worse, because the trees are maturing and releasing more pollen.
That's right. It doesn't seem like it. It really is, guys. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
Every year I feel it's worse.
That is true. And then, of course, due to climate change, that exacerbates everything.
Yeah.
So
I guess climate change, aging, and then these mature trees just pumping and dumping this pollen all over.
Yeah. So what is all this cedar being used for?
That's a good question. So beyond regular houses, like, it's also good for shrines, temples, which,
Yeah. We see it all the time.
So anytime there's any damage, there's also traditional inns called ryokan, historic homes, like the samurai houses we go to, or any Japanese style building as well, which we have a lot of. So all of that uses cedar, or at least some parts of it at least.
Probably uses cedar. And then with the traditional construction, is there a name for it? It's like the construction that doesn't use nails. You just kind of like
slide it in, right?
Yeah, you have different like spaces in the wood where you can slide different pieces in there and everything connects without the use of nails. So
yeah, it's like a Japanese carpenter technique that we learned about.
A lot of things are made with wood, essentially. So yeah. Pause. It's editing, Frankie. There's another big thing that we forgot to mention when we recorded the episode, which is that a lot of the wood now for construction is being imported from other countries because it's cheaper. So that, and with the cost of labor, that means there are fewer people now that are maintaining those cedar forests that were planted after World War II. So again, the older the trees get, the more pollen they're pumping out, and there's not people to thin out or cut down the trees. So yeah, that's another big reason that I didn't want to leave out. So anyway, back to the episode.
Yeah, so you might be wondering why there's so many, and isn't this plant like non-native, right? So a lot of people think cedar is only back home, because actually we have cedar in America too as well, right? In the USA.
Yeah, but there's different types of cedar.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a native cedar tree in Japan, which I don't know if I can say this correctly. Cryptomeria japonica or japonica. I don't know if my Spanish is getting. Is it
Cryptomeria?
Not the crypto plant. We should be rich.
You should have invested in crypto.
They did.
Cryptomeria japonica.
That's why we're in this problem.
We didn't invest in the crypto coin.
Yeah, now it's devalued, the tree. Actually, that's a great metaphor for this issue. So yeah, now 10% of Japan is covered in cedar plantations. And the tree itself is native, yes, but the scale of planting is artificial. That's the main issue.
Yeah.
So not invasive, but definitely unnatural amounts of the tree.
That makes sense.
Just like palm trees in Florida.
So all of these, mass planted cedar trees, it creates monocultures, which means that like the natural ecosystem is not going to thrive there. And I learned a little bit about this when I visited one of the Ainu villages in Hokkaido, the Nibutani Kotan. So they were telling me about this 300-year plan to reintroduce more native trees, because I guess cedar wasn't native in the spots that they were planted, because during World War II they were using a lot of lumber and stuff, and yeah, they just planted so much in the forest there. But because of the monocultures and stuff, a lot of the natural wildlife and stuff left the area. So with this 300-year plan, they're trying to reintroduce the native trees and then get some of those native animals back in the area. Like there's one species of owl called the fish owl, so they're making like birdhouses and stuff for it in like hopes that it will come back. But it's going to take centuries.
Oh, 300-year
plan. So we're not going to live to see the result of it.
No.
Yeah.
Right. So depending on the plant life or the habitat, the animal will change, right?
Yes. Yeah. And then if you're like growing the cedar just to cut it down, like I don't think a lot of animals are going to live in those trees.
No, I mean, it's basically plantations or like places that you grow the trees that people own. So like I don't think they allow animals in there in the first place.
Yeah, that would make sense. So there's also the problem of, so there are male trees and female trees. And I know in the US, for example, they planted mostly male trees because they don't produce the fruit like the female trees do. And they're like, oh, no, people, you can't have free food. So we're going to plant the male trees. But then they're responsible for a lot of the allergies.
Yes. But it's also like, I think the fruit would attract like too many birds and bugs and like...
Yeah, and it might fall on the ground and people could step on it and stuff. But
we need a tree expert stat.
Yeah. Tree experts.
What do you call that? Arborist? The tree doctor? Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so we need a tree doctor because apparently the male trees, like they're the ones that produce all the pollen, right? Because they're fertilizing the female, I guess, in some sense. Like fish do
like
that,
any,
right?
life, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Somebody has to fertilize.
Yep.
The thing with the male trees, though, is that they grow faster than the female trees and they produce more timber. So I think...
so that's why they were planted more. I see.
Yeah. It was greed.
It all comes down to greed.
Sorry, female trees.
Yeah. Maybe we got to plant more female trees to counteract this.
That's true.
Yeah. But the pollen is what gives you the itchy eyes and the runny nose and stuff.
Yeah. It's not like if I went to touch the tree, I'm doomed. I'm totally fine.
No, because it's in the air.
It's everywhere. You can't see it.
Either way.
You can't see it.
And then you also, like during this season, you also hear a lot about the yellow dust. So I was just curious, does that contribute to allergy season? Does it just make it worse? Mm-hmm. So basically, like it's called kousa, the yellow sand. It's the dust that blows over from the deserts in China and Mongolia and travels all the way to Japan too. So yeah, it doesn't cause hay fever, but it doesn't help it either. When it mixes with the pollen, it can trigger even stronger allergic reactions, and it carries other pollutants that can make the symptoms worse too.
Yes. I heard a lot of people refer to it as PMU. So here they'll be like PMU, which is because it's like particle measuring thing. Wait, don't quote me on that. Particulate matter. That's what PM stands for.
Okay. Never heard of that.
Yeah. So before, because I was curious, because I'm like, how do I measure why this is happening? Like, can I check the air quality? And you can. If you check that AQI, which is the air quality index.
Yeah. So whenever I open the weather app on my phone, it will tell you the level. Is it like...
Yeah, there's a scale from 0 to 500, which is kind of a high scale. 500, do we just die?
That's what I'm thinking. Because usually when I check it, it's either between like good, moderate, or maybe at worst unhealthy for sensitive groups. Yes. And that's up to 150. So like, is 500 the apocalypse? Like, I don't think that has ever happened, but it's on the scale. Because I was curious, like what city in the world has the highest AQI level? And Dhaka, Bangladesh, recorded the highest average AQI levels in 2024, exceeding 200 some mornings.
We have 500, we just die, right?
So that's the worst that we've seen. So yeah, 500 is probably you go outside and spontaneously combust. Like, I don't know.
Perish the thought. But yeah, like, so yesterday I checked, it was 51. So that's usually like green.
Let me see what it is today. I would guess maybe 50.
0 to 50 is good. The air quality is fine. Yellow is like 51 to 100, which is moderate.
Today's 39. Good. It's a rainy day, so maybe that's kind of washing away some of the pollutants.
Way less than yesterday.
Kind of one of the last things we wanted to get into was just survival tips for getting through the allergy season. Maybe we should have done this episode in like February.
Yeah, that might have been more helpful. There's other allergies they can survive. Because hinoki and like other stuff.
That's true. And this kind of content is evergreen. It could help the people of the future.
Yes.
300 years from now. when the AQI is approaching 500. Maybe come back to this episode.
Sorry about the apocalyptic vibes, guys.
Yeah. But I did an Instagram poll just to see how many people have allergies.
Oh, good.
Here. So, of course, there's no way to know if everybody that answered read the question properly. Like maybe they get seasonal allergies back home. So on my personal Instagram, 58% said yes, they get hay fever. 42% said no. On the podcast Instagram, 68% said yes, they have hay fever, and 32% said no. And then a couple people messaged me their symptoms and stuff and like how they deal with it. So somebody said, yes, I get it for 3 months every spring. It only started to get better the past few weeks. Itchy eyes, nose, throat, sneezing. I get nosebleeds from how dry my nose gets from all the sneezing. And last month I scratched my eyes so hard I went to work with bloodshot and swollen eyes.
I'm so lucky. I can skip that eye thing. That's the only thing I don't suffer from. Itchy eyes.
I get it too. Because I notice with my eyelash extensions, they're looking all out of whack because I'm scratching my eyes. I can't help it. They're itchy.
We all have our things. The only reason I don't scratch my face is my makeup. I just train myself not to. But there are moments of weakness.
Okay, someone else said, in Germany, I feel horrible due to hay fever. It starts when things first start to bloom and ends around November. In Japan, I'm apparently allergic to nothing. Well, haven't been here year-round, so I can't know for certain, but January through March, July, September, and October were just fine. It's always so nice to fly into Japan thinking, I hope I don't get a cold, I'm sniffling, just to get there and breathe like nothing is going on at all. Because apparently it was pollen causing the sniffle, so not cedar pollen.
Yeah. Well, like I'm saying, like in the fall season, there's a lot of allergens as well. There's a whole chart.
I guess we got to get to it in the fall.
Yeah.
But yeah, so some people get them back home but not here. And then some people don't get them back home but get them here. Let's see. Somebody else said, I never had it before but suddenly got here and I can't breathe and my nose is just closed off. Sleeping is annoying and stuffy nose, but now it's okay because I got German medicine. And I was like, oh, are the Japanese meds too weak?
I could use that.
And she's like, I'm pretty sure it's all placebos.
Conspiracy theories. We're going to have a drug episode.
Not as strong as what you can get in other places.
They really like, what is it? That they control the dosage. They really ration you with drugs here.
Yeah, which may be for the best because they give them, at least in the US, they give them out a little too lightly.
It's like candy back home, I guess. But here.
Yeah. So just the last one, they said, my hay fever almost always starts off with watery eyes, then conjunctivitis and runny nose, then the dry cough comes, followed by chesty cough. I never experienced hay fever in Australia, only been blessed with it since being here. I had the allergy test done about 15 years ago when I first started getting symptoms, and I found I'm sensitive to sugi. Not sure if they have changed since then. Thankfully, for me, it's more of an inconvenience rather than something debilitating.
Jesus. Oh, so, okay, everybody's different, I guess. But no, I heard so many stories from my friends who are foreigners too, like completely fine, no allergies. All of a sudden, can't stop sneezing, can't breathe. I'm pretty sure that's what's causing my chronic snoring, which I gotta try to fix. But how do I fix it? I don't know. Doctors help.
I don't know. Women in STEM.
I gotta do my own research. Cure my own illness.
Let us know. If anybody has snoring tips, let us know in the comments. Because we cannot share a hotel room anymore.
No. Free me.
All right, so let's get into some of the survival tips. So what can help us get through this season?
Well, what I do, which is not in the tips. Okay. I learned the tips.
She's off-roading.
Recently.
She's going off script.
We put some good tips in there, but I was like, man, I should do that. So I did the tips. But usually you should go to the doctor because it's going to get pretty crowded at the ENT.
Yeah, I feel like going in February is good.
Yeah.
And then usually, because at the moment I don't take daily medicine, but some years I have, and they can give you up to a 3-month supply. So if you go in like mid to late February, that would get you through a lot of it.
Some people say take it before it even starts. So like start taking medicine like mid-January, just to like mitigate those symptoms. But usually what I do is like I'll get my medicine and just take that and wear a mask when I feel like it's really bad outside. After I check the prognosis.
The AQI.
Yeah, the AQI, yeah. After I check that. But sometimes I forget to check and I'm screwed.
Yeah, it's always good to have a mask on you just in case.
I always have one. But sometimes like I'll have like a little mini like allergy attack. And like it's too late by then. Like I'll just suffer for a few hours and then I have to take the medicine. Because even if I take the medicine, it's not going to hit you right away. So it's my own fault. So then what do you think is like some daily habits we should do? Yeah,
wear a mask. They also have, I've seen them at like gyms, for example. They have hay fever glasses. So they're almost like goggles, maybe a little bit more stylish. It kind of blocks the pollen from going into your eyes. I've never tried them, but I feel like, I don't know, anything could help. Also shower and change your clothes after going outside. It's a good habit anyway. Get those outside clothes off before you start touching your furniture. And don't hang your laundry outside during the peak pollen days.
See, that's my number one thing. I have to.
Oh, you don't follow that one?
I mean, I don't have a dryer. So I have to dry my clothes. I have to hang them outside.
Yeah.
So I have to.
Well, even with rainy season too, you have to be strategic about when you do your laundry. Because if you're hanging them outside, of course you don't want to do it on a super rainy day. Because then they're going to stink because they're not properly dried.
I don't have a line in my room to like hang the clothes. Like in my living room, for example, some people do. And then I have my bathroom, but it's kind of small to be hanging all that. So I never do.
Yeah, it depends how powerful the dryer is in your bathroom.
I had never tried it, so... Yeah, it's my own fault. Oh, no!
Oh my gosh, I'm coughing too.
She's sympathizing with me because I'm so stuffed up right now. But it's almost over. It's almost over. So, okay, so tips at home. So use air purifiers. This personally does not work for me, but it might work for some people. So, or maybe I need a stronger purifier. But, so keep the windows closed on high pollen days.
Yeah, that's my problem because I always want to keep the windows open for maybe 10 minutes a day in all the rooms to keep the air fresh. But then my husband is like, no, close it. Like, wait until, do it after a rainy day. Please. I'm like, okay.
He wakes up like, my eye.
His allergies are worse than mine. So
he's like the SpongeBob guy, my eye. My roommate always opens the balcony door. Because she just likes to like leave it open at night. And like my room is right next to the balcony door. So sometimes I wake up.
So she's trying to kill you.
Death.
Attempted.
What is she going to take? Like my $2? Like
she's trying to get your eyeshadow palette.
She can just have one. Please. But like I don't make her close it because the house does need to get aired out. Because after she cooks.
Yeah. And it's not too often that you can open the door at night, I mean, with the screen, of course, and have like the cool air come in.
Now it's that
the weather is really nice, but the pollen is out to get us.
April's the time to open your door and like let the air in, but also let the devil inside, I guess, because it's coming to get me. Oh, okay. So gargle and rinse your eyes, and then also use eye drops. Do you ever go home and you're like, let me gargle?
No. They were saying that during like the height of the pandemic too, like get home, change your clothes, gargle. Yeah. I forget what it's like a brown liquid that you can gargle with. It's like sanitizes your throat or something, but it's nasty.
I never tried it because
I did a couple times and it was like but I guess it works.
I should try it then. It might help. It might clear me up. I mean, I had mouthwash, but I don't think that's what they mean. And I don't use eye drops. It freaks me out.
Why?
I don't know, just putting something in your eye.
Oh, my eyes are really dry, so I have to do it anyway. So I'm used to it, but it feels really nice. It's like refreshing.
I'll give it a shot. Because the doctor gave me eye drops. He's like,
okay, later I'm going to hold you down and put some drops in your eye.
My eyes just going to close. I think I had a lot of trouble putting colored contacts one time. And I was like, I give up. I'm not a colored contacts girly.
Okay. So you just don't like touching your eyes?
No.
I mean, that sounds weird. I don't think anybody likes to, but you have some kind of sensory issue with your eyes, perhaps.
I dodge.
Then as far as meds go, so you can start taking the medicine before the season begins if you want to get ahead of the symptoms. And then there are some over-the-counter things. Like throughout the years, they're putting more stuff over the counter. Yeah. So the stuff you can get at the drugstore without a prescription is getting better. That's what I was taking when we went to Nico, just some over-the-counter stuff.
Well, I started doing that because it's very annoying that every time I run out of medicine, I have to go to the doctor. And it's like you have to pay the doctor to see you, and then you also have to pay for the medicine. So that's already like 3,000, 4,000 yen just to go see the doctor.
That's true.
So usually I look up what my drugs, like their active ingredients are, and I try to find it in the pharmacy. It's just like a weaker version of what you're taking anyway. So I'm on Claritin right now. Claritin. So they just cutified it. So that's working pretty well.
It sounds really cute.
Yeah.
Claritin.
The mirror.
They made it kawaii.
Yeah. Even drugs are kawaii here.
And then some lifestyle factors. So, of course, check those daily forecasts before you go outside or when you're planning your week or whatever. Travel south. Go to Okinawa. Get out of here.
That was a recommendation in the article. I was laughing like, go to Okinawa.
Do they not have cedar in Okinawa?
I think not as much. Because they have like all the summer stuff going on, like the plant life is different, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's more tropical, so I guess.
Okay. That's my weather. That's my element.
Go to Okinawa next season.
Every, February to April. Go to Okinawa.
The other suggestion was a clothing brush.
Yep.
Brush the pollen off your jacket and your hair. We're just walking around with like layers of dust in our hair.
We probably are. Isn't that scary?
Well, yeah, I guess it's invisible to the eye.
Yeah, we're just like, there's a fine layer of this tree on this. I did not consent to this.
I didn't go outside today, so I hope I'm safe. I gotta get my dry brush and then collect all the pollen. Yes, and then an air purifier. That's just good to have anyway. And then something that I saw randomly, like there was an article from Food and Wine magazine that was saying that drinking matcha can alleviate the symptoms. Not the cause of it, but just the symptoms. So unfortunately, trigger warning for animal abuse, they did this study on rats, which for one... Like, drinking matcha is not going to harm you. Like, you could just find some hipsters in Brooklyn to, like, do this study for free.
Find some hipsters.
Why do you have to find some rats for this?
Just bring some people from California. Let them drink.
Anybody would do it.
Let them drink matcha.
For free matcha. So, on these mice, they gave them matcha extract 3 times a week, and the symptoms, like sneezing, decreased.
Oh.
So I think that would be kind of fun for us to test out, like drinking matcha every day for a week or 2 and then seeing if our symptoms get better.
Well, now we really need the matcha whisk.
I know.
We'll find one.
Because apparently the tourists are buying up all the matcha, so it's harder to find the kit of like the matcha, the powder, the whisk, and the everything. I don't know. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough.
Maybe Uji.
I literally just asked at one place and they were like, no, you can't buy it. And I'm like, So I'm like, okay, fine.
Maybe Uji has what we need.
We'll see. We got to go back to Uji. Uji matcha? Uji macho.
Get on that, Rikusha.
Yeah. And then what is this injection that you found?
Apparently, it lasts a few months. So it lasts like 3 months.
Oh.
So I'm not sure what the active ingredients are, but some people just take a shot. It's very strong, though. That's why they don't do it or offer it so often in Japan.
They do have it here, though.
Yeah. It's in... But you have to ask for it, which I was upset about because I was like, why didn't
could have saved you?
Yes. Why didn't the doctor give me all the options? It's like, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this. They never do that because they'll see you for 2 minutes and it's bye, Felicia.
Okay. 40 other people are waiting.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Because last year I made a mistake and I waited too long to get my medicine and I had like a horrible attack in the middle of the allergy season. So I had to rush to the doctor after work. And I had to wait 1 hour and 30 minutes to see the doctor for 1 minute. But absolutely everybody in that room was dying. It was like, you would have hated it.
Everyone's sniffling,
Everybody's snorting, sneezing, like crying. It was terrible time. Terrible times. But if he had said, oh, by the way, we have this shot you can take and then you don't have to take anything else. Of course I would take that.
Are there any side effects?
Probably.
Maybe that's why they're not offering it. Because the side effect is like your allergy symptoms will be relieved, but your butthole's going to fall off.
Yeah, they're like, your sphincter's gone. Just
your sphincter just permanently unclenched.
Goodbye. Don't curse me. Don't curse me. But I feel like it's really worse than the side effects I have now for real allergies.
Yeah. I feel like it's worthwhile to ask for it maybe next year, I guess.
Yeah,
at this
too
point,
late now.
At this point, it's almost over. But I don't know how to say it. Is it exolayer?
Yeah, or solayer or
Xolair.
Something like that. I didn't put that much info on this. I guess I was like, oh, too much information.
What was that other medicine that had like the tree on the pill? You were talking about that with Michelle?
Yeah, so that one I don't know the name for, but it's a tablet. And then you drink it every day. And it's like dosing you with the pollen every day so your body gets used to it.
Pollen microdose.
Yes. Just a little bit every day but I feel like you would have to take that before allergy season, right? Or like all year.
Yeah, maybe in preparation for allergy season. Definitely not in the middle of it.
Yeah. But I don't like that one because I don't like to take it every day because I'm just going to forget.
Yeah, the injection sounds like the best thing for you if you can get it next year.
I'll try. Let you guys know.
Yeah. We'll revisit this topic next year.
Yeah, for sure.
So since hay fever, Kafunsho, I don't know if we said that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Word of the day. At almost the end of the episode, Kafunsho.
Kafunsho.
Kafunsho. So it's the national disease. So are they actually doing something to kind of help the cedar pollen problem? What's going on?
They are. However, it does take a long time because you can't just remove 10% of the trees in Japan.
Yeah,
so it's taking so long.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're doing is like crossbreeding trees to find the tree that has like the least like pollen release.
Oh.
So they're like trying to find, like, I guess mutate the tree until they find a tree that they can plant more of that will decrease the amount of pollen. But it's a very slow process because, like we said, it takes 10 to 30 years to grow these trees. And since they can't remove all the trees, they're just doing like a section, waiting, and then moving to the next section. So
Okay. So they're doing something about it. It's just a very gradual process. That makes sense.
Oh, it's actually like, it's a national policy direction. So they want to replace old aging cedar forests with low pollen cedar seedlings. The goal is to cut down the amount of pollen floating around, but it's going to take a few decades to see the results.
So hopefully we can see some of that in our lifetime.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen in the next 10 years, though, seeing at the rate of this. And like, I wonder what the budget for all this and how long it's taking, but we'll see, because 20, 30 years, when did they start fixing this problem is another factor.
Yeah.
Which the articles did not say, but it's up to the government. At least they're doing something about it.
Better late than never. I'm sure that when they were planting all these trees, they could not predict the like outrageous pollen problem.
I think they never thought, wow, we're going to make half of the population sick for 3 months. Every year. They never thought of that. But you know, like, the main problem this causes, like, it causes productivity to go down at the workplace. Because of the allergies, some people have allergy that is so severe they have to stay home, so they can't go to work.
See, that's why we need more telework.
Yes.
People don't have to commute and get exposed.
And then people have to take time off work sometimes to go to the doctor to get the medicine, or they need to take a break from working to deal with their allergies. So it costs a lot of money every year because of these allergies.
Yeah.
So yeah, my productivity is going down.
Okay, well, that's hay fever, Kafunsho in a nutshell for y'all. Hopefully this was interesting. Let us know if you suffer from hay fever.
Please don't suffer.
No, hopefully not, but if you do. And then if you have any survival tips that we did not mention,
That's true.
let us know.
I need some more.
Okay, well, thank you so much for listening and watching, and we will catch you again in another episode.
Bye, guys. I think I made less noise. Oh!